Thank you for being with me. The parties have manipulated the laws in such a way that they now have a stronghold on our nation and they are holding it hostage. The most manipulative and effective sales tactics are to instill fear and urgency in a potential buyer. Here are some examples of how the parties and media use these manipulative tactics to push their ideas. The current members of Congress from both parties draft must-pass bills and then earmark them with things that should not be federally funded, as the earmarked items often benefit a single state or are not in the public interest. In an act of thought control, the parties and media call things bipartisan when they are obviously extremely divisive. They run us up to the last day before a government shutdown and then argue about controversial spending items that are included in the bills. What are some steps we should take to relinquish some power from the parties? Revise state laws where parties can pay money for ballot access instead of earning signatures, to where they would be required to earn the signatures. We need to take a long look at reapportionment and increasing the number of representatives, because the more representatives we have, the more chance we would have of our voices being heard, and it's more difficult to corrupt a larger group of people. Abolish the Electoral College and go to a directly democratic system for the presidential elections. This, of course, would require a constitutional amendment. Bills should not be earmarked and should only cover one topic at a time, so that it is more possible for the representatives to understand what they are voting on, and for there to be more transparency with the public about each new bill. And again, the earmarked items often benefit a single state or are not in the public interest, as is required by the Constitution. We should move away from parties generally and encourage individuals to run without a party, as nobody is fully a true Democrat or Republican, and the parties are just a show, as can be seen by the way people flip-flop their party ties when it will increase their chances of winning a particular election. If any of these rung true to you, please help me by casting your vote for me on November 5th of 2024. Please get involved yourself, as we're going to need numbers to get any movement on these items. Thank you for your time and for your hopeful consideration. Paid for by Vincent Catanese for President.